How about this? There, that's good. All right. Welcome back, comrades. I'm sorry for not being around for the past several weeks. There's a bit of a story behind that, a rather unfortunate one. I am going to post the link around. And once I have done that, I will tell what has been going on. Let's see, I just have all my usual spots here. Nice job being first, Kekleon, by the way, and thanks for coming. Okay, now here, and yeah, the stream here, I must confess, has taken a bit of a hit, or rather, I'm gonna have a bit more work to do to get the community going again because of something that has happened. Let's see, I think, yeah, Kekleon already knows what it is. Then, wait, where is the, oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, this'll do, this'll do for locations, except, yeah, that's really all I can do. Okay, all right, I'm going to get the game going. Hope that things work. Okay. And we want... That's not what we need. The OBS isn't picking up the window that I want to show. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, it should show up in a second. There we go. It's showing. We're good. I hope you're getting audio as well. The audio for now is going to be a little quiet. That's normal. I'm going to see if any of my hunting friends are on here. Okay, I'm turning up the game audio a little bit here. Okay, nobody else is on right now. So, just going to go to a recommended lobby. No, there's not a lot of sound. There's not a lot of sound coming from the game right now as it is. That's normal. The music's very quiet at the title screen. That's just the way it is. All right. Now there should be a bit more sound. New event quests. Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay, so we got... That's it! Okay. No, I don't want to talk to you, Athos. I want to talk to Tania. You. Alright, so we got new weeklies in, and I'm going to be streaming those. And yeah, I'll turn up the game a little bit more here now. There we go. That should be okay. Now, you complete limited bounties. So these are the things that I got to get done this week for free stuff.
So long for now.
Cool. Cool. Now,
Right.
there are also some new event quests that I have not played. Oh, there's 3! Let's try this one. Like a fire hidden by sand. Anyway, those of you familiar with Final Fantasy XIV may recognize how I set up my character in this game. I am Hildebrand Heliodor Maximilian Manderville, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Kind of an idiot. Basically, picture Inspector Clouseau written by the Yakuza crew. And his dad is Saitama. No, this isn't Spamton H. Spamton. The cycle has advanced a bit. In 14, I was a Deltarune character, and now in Wilds, I am a 14 character. I still let the dancing Spamton on top of the chat box, though. That's kind of a staple now. All right.
I gathered some materials too. Check your field power.
I am using the wrong weapon. Can't wait for whatever game has me playing as a Monster Hunter character. Yeah, I would have to. We'll have to think of something. Oh yeah. One big thing about Wilds, one thing that they changed, is that now it's very heavy on blocking and countering. Even the greatsword. Okay, now watch this. I'm gonna do an uppercut. Wait for it. Oh, aiming for my ride. That's low. Okay. I see we're on an ad break, so I'll wait for that to be over. Aha! Too slow. Isn't there a vine trap around here? Yes.
On my way there.
Oh, they're gonna fight over there? Alright, yeah, just let me know when the ad's over.
I don't feel so good.
Wait, how did Nasha get blast blighted? Whoa, okay, where'd you go now? Wrathy! There we go. Are you gonna run away on me? Okay, 3, 2. Oh, your Twitch is bugged. You can't. Okay. Well, we have a bit of a break in the action here now, so I am going to. Yeah, it says at my end that the ad's not playing anymore, anyway, so should be good. Anyway, yeah, if you recall, there was a whole bunch of regulars I had on this stream, a whole circle of friends from Japan and from the US. Sumi, Ren, Sophia, Hazel. Yeah, none of those were real people. They were all one person who has identified Chloe as their actual identity, who had some I won't go into the nitty-gritty of that, but basically, to my understanding, she had some serious, and I mean serious, self-image issues, and I do not mean DID. I mean straight up, like, yeah, it was like, and she hurt a lot of people in doing what she did. So, unfortunately, a lot of the architecture of my stream here has been set up with like stuff that she provided, so I have a lot of reconstruction to do. That's why there was no intro to this stream, because and that's also part of why I haven't been live these past couple of weeks, because I've been like really thinking like, where do I go from here, you know? But yeah, we shall live. Anyway, another Wilds mechanic is that if you hit a, like, there's mini part breaks, essentially. Like, if you hold left trigger here to go into focus mode, you can see wounded parts of the monster light up. Light up in red, or even blue under some circumstances. And if you hit those with a specialized so-called focus strike, then you do a special move that does a bunch of damage and breaks the wound open and gives you an extra reward. There are also every monster, to my knowledge, also has a particular weak point that it may expose. Expedition headgear ticket. Okay. I'll have to see what that's for. So, as I was saying, each monster has like a certain move that it might do that may cause one of its parts to light up red regardless of whether it's wounded or not. If you land a focus strike on it when it's in that state, then you'll do the attack anyway, and you'll send the monster reeling and like stagger it for a good while. I pulled one of those off on that Rathian there during the ad break. With Rathian and also the male version Rathalos, that opening is right after they do big fireball attacks. Right in the mouth. If you smack them with a focus strike right in the mouth as they're recovering from a flame breath, yeah.
Hey.
So hey, they actually managed to make that live-action movie that no one wants to remember somewhat canon,
Catch your eye?
so to speak.
Subar?
Okay, so I'm gonna need 6 expedition headgear tickets. So something that I should touch on in about Wilds here as well is that traditionally there has been one. Traditionally, for most armor pieces, there has been one version that is for male characters and one version that is for female characters. However, in Wilds, they removed the gender restrictions by simply and also even the gender labeling. Now, instead, the ones that would have traditionally been on the male characters are just labeled with a green circle, and the orange diamond is for what used to be the female versions. And now anybody can wear either of them. Furthermore, some of the new pieces straight up don't even go by that obvious gendering. Like this, for instance, where this is just an eye patch on one eye, and this is just the same eye patch on the other eye instead. I thought that was kind of neat. People are making memes about it, of course, but that's just the internet for you.
Done already?
Oh! That's the other thing, too, is that there's more. Oh, right. Crud, hang on. Okay. So I'd like to go pick up this meal. Capcom actually does something else, but like there's something else that Capcom does that's really good for Monster Hunter especially. They have two distinct Monster Hunter development teams. The fandom typically calls them the A team and the B team. This allows them to maintain a competitive release schedule for the franchise while not crunching their developers to death, you know? So for instance, World and Iceborne were an A-team game. Rise and Sunbreak were a B-team work, and now this is an A-team work again. I think it's a pretty cool system. Another thing about Wilds that I was about to say before we got into that was that this game really focuses on the interplay between you, the villages, the various villages in different areas, and the ecosystem that you exist in. So rather than the story being just, okay, we're just gonna kill a bunch of monsters willy-nilly to harvest their materials and make cool stuff out of it or whatever, now in order to hunt a particular monster, you need guild authorization for it. That's what that girl on the chicken there is for. No, I don't think she's here right now, but you may have noticed that when I'm just out and about in the world, there's someone else there with me. That's Alma. That's my handler. She keeps the books, and she determines, hey, okay, this thing's a threat. It's gotta go. You deal with it. In this case, this thing is getting too comfy, getting too close to a settlement. But in other content, like there's another quest where, for instance, the issue is that a monster has eaten somebody. And even then, taking care of the monster, it's like disposing of the monster itself is not the end of the lore side of it, so to speak. Because in reality, what happens is your character figures out that in this case, the people in the village had been dressing themselves using material from the cocoons of that monster's prey. So the monster genuinely got confused and mistook the person for food, essentially. Oh, Wallflower Hunter! Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome. But yeah, I was just telling the story about the high rank Shewu quest. And so what happens is you go back to the village and you tell them, hey, stop wearing those clothes. You gotta figure something else out. And so they say, okay, they'll work on that. It's stuff like that. Like they're better in this installment about the idea being that you're trying to coexist with it, that you're trying to exist within the ecosystem rather than dominate it. I thought that was kind of cool. Then there's another one where one of these beasties, actually a Gravios, is getting too comfy coming up to a settlement that's full of like blacksmiths and things. It turns out that those smiths had been having a surplus of metal to work with, and they'd just been chucking their scrap just willy-nilly outside the village. This thing likes to eat metal scrap. So your hunter is basically like, yeah, stop doing that. You get the pattern by now, I'm sure. Ah, uppercut counter. I'm at some point here I'm gonna get to demonstrate something else cool that they gave the greatsword, which is what I'm using here now. We'll see. Well, for one thing, your guard can now block beam attacks like that and protect people behind you. Whoa! Okay! And yeah, that's Gravios' weak point is much similar to that of the rats. Also, you may have noticed that this thing is covered in those purplish blue scars. This is a tempered monster. If you can... Oh, oops. If you can wound and then break those scarred parts, you get special rewards. They're the ones that are marked in blue rather than red, that I alluded to before. So if people are trying to get equipment from this thing, they're probably going to focus their attacks on those purple parts. Oh yeah, and sometimes bits and pieces fall off the monster, and you can use those as little slingshot pieces. Ah! I fell off the stage. Okay, hang on. I gotta find my way back up. This is a bigger loss. It's worth money. I want it. Okay. They can use that Eastern honey to cook food. But yeah, in exchange for helping out around the villages, they will help gather stuff for you that you can use as equipment and such. And also, occasionally, they'll treat you to a special meal that gives you an hour's worth of really solid buffs. Which is what I stopped in. That desert village there for a moment. They were giving me one of those. Ooh. There we go. Oh, that's a tempered wound open on the wing. Let me get it. There. Ah. Come on. There we go. You'll see the window came up because I got something special out of that. Give me whatever this is. Whoa! That's hot! Okay. Ah! Please don't kill me! Oh, there's two? And now I'll heal myself a bit. We could get that tail. Oh yeah. As you may have seen, you can use the broad end of your big old greatsword to block, and if you time it right, you don't even take any chip damage. That's new for greatsword. Other weapons had that, like those, like that lance and that gun lance that those two others are using. But greatsword didn't have that before, if I recall. All right. By the way, anyone who's watching is welcome to. Are we gonna capture them? Guess we could. Ah. Yeah. If the thing's injured to the point of limping, and you put the shock trap, or pitfall trap, either works, and you tranquilize its face a couple times, yeah, you get. You can just capture it. Release it somewhere else. Anyways, this one's dead. Ah, yes, occasionally your friends like this one, are like my personal blacksmith, essentially, will show up with some cool apparatus that can help you. But it looks like she didn't get to use hers. Oh well. Money. Yeah, I got a big old bug net I can use to just capture these random smaller things flying around. Oh.
Well done, Hunter. Now let's continue our investigation.
Special from this. 3 new titles because I did something.
Make room for me too!
What were those new titles? Will it tell me?
What a truly magnificent tree. I'm sure it has quite the storied history.
Let's find out. Quest results. Titles can be viewed in my Hunter profile. It's not going to tell me. Okay. Is there anything else outstanding that is an emergency in my world here? Or can I... Oh, there's a sale going on. I'll keep going with more event quests if there's nothing else to tackle. But yeah, if you help out the villages, it'll give them a boost to their gathering there, gathering stuff for you.
Never hunt on an empty stomach.
And these guys just kind of travel around and grab random stuff that you might need. Where's Alma? Normally she sits here, doesn't she? Oh, there she is. Okay, event quests. Yeah, and you see this one has a little description here. Yeah, authorized to hunt this thing before it. Yeah, this thing was kind of going rather crazy around the desert village, and we had to get rid of it before the village burned down. Yeah. Okay. And this one will start at that camp. Set it apart. And yes, those of you familiar with 14 may also have noticed that that my Palico partner here is Hildebrand's assistant, infamous explosive specialist Nashu Makaraka.
Are you prepared? A supply shipment's coming. Hope you find something useful.
Although I didn't quite dress her up like Nashu because, well, there aren't any options for that in the game yet. So my item loadout, there we go.
Ugh, I hate getting wet.
Oh yeah, and in this game the cats can speak English. Or rather, they're voiced in English. But you can turn that off. You can set them to just speak in meows and stuff instead. Oh yes, something that you might find cool, Kekleon, actually. This game actually helped one of my... I've heard that this game actually helped one of my old Genshin Impact friends get over her arachnophobia. Because back when I regularly played this game with her, it was so bad that that she could not watch the screen while there was a Nursilla, so another giant spider monster up on the screen. But now this thing here, this is her favorite in this game now. So she has told me. Which is really funny, because another thing that this game added was an arachnophobia graphics feature that essentially takes all spider-like monsters and replaces them with blobs of slime that still move in a sufficiently scary... other arachnophobes have apparently commented on how well they managed to maintain the desired fear factor without just straight up triggering any episodes, you know? So that's another thing they did well with this game. According to people who know better. I don't actually know what this thing's weak point exposure is. I had suspected for a while that it may be when it sticks that stinger out, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe it is. Well, whatever just happened. Honestly, hopefully. Because still too early in the year to say whether that's a contender for winning that award. Yeah, that's entirely fair. But I mean, that was never, like, I've never particularly thought of this, of games in this franchise as on the level of something like, say, well, I'm struggling to think of examples for something that may have been, where accessibility was clearly at the forefront of the dev team's mind. But this is, for this...
Almost there.
Oh, this thing's already almost dead. Wow. But no, my point is, this has been a welcome change. Accessibility shows up in a lot of unexpected ways. Yeah, that's fair. I think as well, though, what sticks out to me with this one is that... How do I even put this? It's something that so many other games try to do, and it ends up being at the cost of the experience. And so there's a bit of debate on whether that's worth it, even among the people who benefit most from it. But in this case, the people who benefit from it have, as far as I've seen, almost universally said that, wow, okay, this is probably how people who aren't arachnophobic were supposed to feel when playing this, and that's awesome. It's just the right level of fear. You know what I mean? And I thought that was kind of cool. You say one game that got nominated, don't remember if it won, was a racing game that had sign language. Wait. Wow. That is unexpected. Huh. Do you remember what the game was called? Certificate. Mr. Broth, Lucky Me. Okay, yeah. Certificate, Carapace. Okay, so we got some orbs. Answer. I didn't have this? Oh, jeez. Okay. Forza Horizon 5. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with the Forza series, but that's cool. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Any new updates around towns? By the way, yeah, you may have noticed there's a wish list feature in this game, like there was in World and in Rise. Anytime there is a monster that drops things that I have said that I need for particular pieces of equipment that I want, they'll be marked with those little yellow pins. Don't know how well executed it was. Still not something you would ever expect to see. Yeah, indeed. I see your point.
Right.
Okay. Join. Event quests one more time. Okay. This one here. Where are we departing? The groundwater vein, I guess. While we're getting back to, again, more new features of Monster Hunter Wilds, those little stamps that you could send in chat,
Hunt is on!
little emotes for that were in World and Rise, well, now you can put text on them, like this, or like this, or like, you probably can't read that. It says, "I am a Manderville man." Or you can just turn that off and still leave them blank like that. Ah yes, this thing, my nemesis, Doshaguma. For the life of me, I can't figure out how to read its movements. You'd think something like Heartfelt or the final boss of the main story would give me more grief. But no, it's freaking Doshaguma. You like the UI for Begin Quest. How so? Always interested to hear your perspective on these things, Leon. Oh, but on the bright side, this thing will give me an opportunity to demonstrate the other new mechanic that I wanted to show off for Greatsword. This is just Shadow of the very, very, very small Colossus. Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay, so if I guard enough attacks, we may see something special happen. Whoops. I broke its leg! I can't even reach its leg! There's the wound. Oops. I'll take that. Okay. Come on. I'm deliberately stalling this out because I really want to make that thing happen. Ah! No, that, okay. I just have to do enough perfect guards, I think. This! Yeah, you can jam your big old sword into the monster's gaping maw, hold it open, and then slap it back and counterattack. I love it. Death Hat again. You think requiring a justification to hunt a monster is a really interesting approach. A lot of people have an I want to help people motivate. Yeah. Something else, like, to expand on that point a bit more, something I didn't get to say. While you're still going through the story, clearing the story removes this restriction, but you may sometimes run into monsters that aren't, like, you'll say quest not available, and if you try to attack those, Alma will tell you that you're not authorized to hunt that thing. So it can still attack you, but as far as I know, you will be unable to kill it. See what I mean about this thing being difficult to read, eh? And this lets those people engage with a style of gameplay that rarely fits that motivation. Yeah, that's actually something I was speaking with somebody. I was in a discussion about that on Blue Sky earlier this week, I think, with a couple of people, because they had said that they were never able to get into the Monster Hunter series because it felt to them like they were essentially poaching. For example, you're fighting some big old dinosaur, it's trying to eat you, but chances are, like the way this person would see it, chances are you were encroaching on that thing's territory, getting like too close to its nest, right? But this, like, Iceborne had a little bit of Iceborne alluded a little bit to perhaps mankind getting a bit too big for its britches. but this is the first game where they actually went out of their way to, well, the first main series game, I'll say, because stories had its own angle on this, but first main series game where they actually go out of their way to mitigate that as an issue. Something else too that they start using even after you finish the main story, you'll run into these monsters start showing up. They're called frenzied. There is a so-called frenzy virus in this setting that it's essentially spores that come off of another a certain kind of monster that. Well, let's just say the symptoms in humans are and like other sapient beings are kind of like a really bad fever, whereas in monsters the symptoms are more like rabies. And so if a monster is frenzied, then typically, or if one of those monsters that produces this stuff is around in an ecosystem, you will just immediately be sent out to put it out of its misery or to stop it from infecting the entire ecosystem. You know? Let's see. Anything new? Nope. Wait, what did I get from that quest again? Right, it was the Shaguma and... Is it gonna let me select what I... Evidently not. Why? What is wrong here? Okay, well, whatever. Point is, I wasn't paying attention to what decorations I got from that quest. Oh well. I've done all those quests through, but now I know that I do need to... Celeste Flare, I'll go event. Quest, I don't care, but target is Rathian. I'm gonna see now if anybody else is running this event quest that I gotta grind a bit. And go help them out. Like so. Incidentally, that power clash thing that was going on, where the Doshaguma was like chomping down on my sword. The first time I pulled that move off was by accident, not knowing that that was how you triggered that against a major, like, pre-final boss. Guardian Arkveld, for those who know. Can't wait till the game you're working on is out. Not sure if you'd be allowed to join a stream. It might be a conflict of interest thing, but I'll have to. I mean, I'd be happy to have you if your team would allow that. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Oh, it's already dead. Oops. That was quick. There. You may notice that I keep whipping out my binoculars to have a look at any large monsters that are out there. There's a reason I'm doing that. Throughout all of these games that I know of, there is, like, most monsters can show up in a bunch of different sizes. You have a record for each species of the largest and smallest ones that you've hunted, be that by slaying them or by capturing them. And there are rewards for reaching certain thresholds for each one. Oh, I got rewards to pick up, I guess. Alright. Cool stuff. So, flying wyverns and tempered monsters.
So long for now.
Let's see what we're up against. Saving this village again. A tempered monster, that's not a flying wyvern, that's a brute. But, alright.
Commencing quest now.
Oh, but it's only 4-star. Okay, so this isn't gonna count. But it is gonna boost my resources. So I'm gonna do it.
Over here! Come on!
This right here, what we're about to run into now, is what's called a Quimitrus. It's a fiery cockatrice. Doesn't turn you to stone with a gaze or anything, but that big old brushy tail of it has there, well, yeah, I'll just let it happen. So. Oh yeah, you can see that in this game too. Oh hey, the little guys are helping me out. And here I am rewarding them by chopping them up too. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Wounded. Nope. Hunter? Apparently not. Is it even gonna attack me? Ah, there we go. What? I think after that move, its mouth opens up? No, it's not that move. Oh, but its side is open. There we go. Sweet. Alright, where else? Oh, that leg. Oh, and something's open. I'm not quite sure what I hit there, but I'll take it. Aha! Now I've chopped its tail clean off, because that's still a thing. Okay. It's probably going to try to get away from me now. Alright. You know, I'm going to check my log for something. If there's something I've been meaning to do. As much as I hate to do this, I do need parts from this thing. At least I thought I did. Okay. So I'm going to check my monster field guide, check here. I have not captured any of these things before? Oh, let's make this my first live specimen then. For what it's worth, World and Iceborne established that canonically what happens when you capture a monster usually is they study it a little bit, nothing invasive, and then they mark it and they release it back out into the wild. Because they're more interested in ecology studies rather than dissection or anything like that.
So, here's your next. Nicely done, Hunter. Glad you're in one piece. Please.
Oh, that was a big one. That was a silver crown. Wasn't quite big enough to be a gold crown, but it was still rather large. Something I like to do just for completion's sake in each game is to make sure that I've captured at least one of each available species. Now, I'm gonna check something. Ice Shard Cliffs? No, plenty. Okay, where's Alma? There's Alma.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to see if anyone is hunting a tempered Arkveld. Investigations, go. Now this one's a really popular one to fight, so... See what I mean? It's really hard to grab one of these. This is the strongest monster in the game right now, and of course it has the best rewards.
I got it!
Benson Quest,
Huh?
Order of the Guild.
Oh, right, one of those finished.
We got
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a faster,
Supplies.
closer location to there. I cannot. Can I? Here. Alright, get moving. I hope I get to. I hope I show up before it's dead this time. Incidentally, have I captured an Arkveld before? I have captured 4 Arkvelds. Okay. So I don't care what they do to this thing. On the gameplay level, at least. Oh.
Damn, he got me!
Uh-oh. Okay, somebody managed to get the guy free. This is Arkveld. Got big old bony chain whips. And that's the move that it does that makes its chains vulnerable to this. There. That's the special counter to this thing. Sweet. Ow. Oh! This is bad. Okay.
Thanks, that helped.
Yikes! You can see how hard this thing is to read sometimes, eh? Where's my corrupted? Oh, it's not ready yet. Oh, right, I was gonna say, something else. There aren't actually any monsters that you... Okay, no, there's one exception. Okay. With the sole exception of the final main story boss, you don't actually have to slay anything to finish the story. Theoretically, you could just capture everything. There are exactly 2 monsters in this game right now that cannot be captured. One, in the story, you don't have to kill it. You just have to repel it, or escape it, I guess I should say, by beating it up until you manage to get away from it and it falls into a pit. The other one, you do have to kill it, but if you knew the story behind it, you would understand. It needed to die. It never should have existed. It's one of those things. Actually, I can describe it in vague terms. Essentially, there are several hints that some ancient civilization tried to Mewtwo the franchise's big bad. The big nasty dragon that hates all humanity and wants everything dead. And they decided to make a Mewtwo project out of that thing. So, yeah. I rest my case. That is not this thing, mind you. You can only ever fight that thing once, and then you can't select it as another quest target anymore. I hope somebody saved me. They did not. Thank you for the raid! Hey, yo! I'm just here hunting a tempered art belt here. Just kind of showing off the features of this new game to a friend of mine who doesn't normally play these games. Oh, somebody did the cool thing! It was another green sword. Nice. Any weapon that can block can do a power flash, but of course each one has their own unique method of doing it. Oh, okay. Oh, you're Okami's friend. Okay, hi, welcome. Yeah, just got done streaming Lethal and Liar's Bar. Nice, nice. How'd that go? Oh, it must have been an offset. Oh yes, and I just remembered something. Leon, earlier you made a mention of Shadow of the Colossus. Oh my god. Wrong Monster Hunter game. There were a couple of others. Let's see, a few names that come to mind. Zora Magdaros, Atolka, arguably Dalamador. Yeah, actually, those are the big ones. Maybe Lao Shanlong if you stretch it a bit. But clinging to and climbing around on a monster, yeah, Oh, mounting it. Yeah, that's a typical mechanic. But can I pull that now?
Trap.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, I missed. Oh, are they gonna capture? Oh, you can capture from the back end? What? I thought I tried that on a Guardian Rathalos and it didn't work. But yeah, no. Athel Ka is a fun one. Oh my god. Like, even for just people watching, that's one that I do not want to spoil for anybody under any circumstances. But if you know that name, you know what I'm talking about. Still definitely one of my favorite hunts in the whole series. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Zora is basically just a big ol' volcano that's actually kind of a hunchback dragon. And like, you gotta do a big siege on it and everything. Alright. Gonna cash in some of these new things here. Okay, so I got the tempered monsters, and that's upgrade material. Nice. Okay. 5 large high rank. Okay, so if I do another Rathian run. But first, I see. Alright.
I heard from this.
So I'm gonna join somebody else's Rathian again if I can. Event quests, go. Go. It's probably going to die by the time I get there again.
Commencing quest by order of the guild.
Alright. Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's only there? Alright, then. It should be good for a little bit yet. And yeah, got a little grappling hook launcher thingy to grab things from a distance. Rosso mounted it already? Oh yeah, those pale purple hunters you see, those are NPCs. The ones that are brighter colors are actual other players. Oh! I guess I just hid under the under the cockatrice thing to not get burned. Now I'm getting burned for my trouble. Is anything busted on this thing? There we go. Ah! I missed. Okay, where's it going? Away from here. Uh-oh. Hey, Dangy. Ah, too slow with the uppercut. Once again. That Eastern honey isn't cooking. There's my big hit. There's what I wanted to do. Oh, where? What is it doing? What is going on? Why is it doing this? I don't understand. That's the cool thing about Greatsword, is that the individual hits, though the weapon is slow, the hits are so heavy that sometimes you can just launch one at the right time and pray that it's enough to cancel a monster's attack. And you can block sound waves, yes. Woo! I love how so few people have figured out that you can do things like what I just did. Was it leaving again? All right. Someone's camp got smashed. Sucks. Oh. Alright. My time to shine. When a monster is sleeping, the wake-up hit does a whole lot more damage. So typically, they lead back to the Greatsword. Tackle through that. Ah, that's cheap. Uh-oh, I got hit too many times. I'm gonna die. I am hopefully no longer going to die. There we go. Oh, there is something that I must show you. I just remembered. While you are here, Kecleon, there is something you must see.
This seems a trove of new
I think you'll get a kick out of it. Remember earlier when I mentioned a monster that had eaten somebody? I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. You need to see that monster. Hello, bot, and welcome to Bansville. There. All right. So I'm gonna claim the last of the weekly rewards here. Excellent. Okay, you can use that. A lot of that was stuff that can be used to upgrade equipment. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm also gonna see if, oh, that's right, I can make these now. I'll just make one, I don't care which. Oh yeah, we got this, forging cutscene. By the way, the game hints rather strongly that this girl here is a grown-up version of a character who, as a child, showed up in a lot of previous games as a very what's the term? As a smithing prodigy, that's the term. Okay. Let's see now. So I'm just gonna pick something to make here, because I don't care what I make. Power unscathed. Chain blade. Oh no, it's chain blade I wanted to make. Yes. No, and Forge of Great Talisman. See if there's a let's see if there's a chain blade 3 I can get. What am I wearing right now? No. Change equipment. Counter. Change that to. Can I get flare? That one that I just had. Yeah, there we go. Flare's good. Okay. About. I don't think I need crit draw on greatsword in this game. So. Let's see. Can I get sub menu? No. Toggle name and skill. I'm looking for flare. Do I even have flare? And does that even... I don't know whether that's an armor skill or a weapon decoration skill. No. Let's check here then. Oh, it's armor. Okay, got it. So then... Oh, in fact, I'm already using a flare jewel down there. Okay, so offensive. Okay. So I'm already using one of those. So I could just do this. What's the... Okay. Okay, so those are water element. Okay, I don't really need any of that element stuff. Crit element. This isn't a crit status. This is no charge, maybe. Charge is the one that yes, this is what I want. Wait, charge master. Hang on. Element power and status, but never mind. No, it is not. I think focus is what I was thinking. Razor sharpened blaze. Okay. Polish, bludgeoner. Mastery. What else here can I even use? Air coat, sleep coat. Focus. Okay, so we have focus here, focus frost dragon. I have a focus handicraft? When did I get that? Obviously I'm gonna put that on because I'm not using the element. Okay. Certainly powerful under no. Gambit can punish her off, small amount of stun damage. Sonorous charge up. Hammer, that's for hammer. Okay. Shield. Allows you to guard against ordinarily unblockable attacks. I don't think so, but... Okay. What if... Yeah, I'm thinking punish draw is what I actually wanted. MKO and then focus handicraft. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And then, what's this do again? Or rather... Oh, I see. I'm looking at the wrong window. Okay, increases damage dealt when destroying a wound by... Okay. Hard damage and damage dealt when conditions are met by... Okay. It's a shame I don't have... Or do I? Hard attack terrorizer. Okay. So what I would like to do... Wait, hang on. Weak points gain. Extra... Okay. So I'll replace this tenderizer then with a flare. And shockproof protection. Insane. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for now I like this. Good. Okay. Actually, if I remember correctly, do I have any crit 3s now? No, I'm missing a few key decorations for that switch axe. Let's see now. On to that upgrading thing that I said I was going to do.
All right.
Reinforce the Nudus Altus because I know that this is meta. But I don't have enough. Okay. What about upgrading my armor?
You can catch your eye.
Upgrade this, maybe. Oh yeah, I got enough to do this. There.
I'm ready to work.
The helmet is now maxed out. Excellent. And I'm not going to have enough to do any more of this, am I? Nope. Okay, not worth it. Alright!
Anything catch your eye?
Nothing else I can make.
Now that's a good choice.
Anything else going on in the map before I proceed with the showcase? No. Very well.
Right.
Okay.
I'll be waiting here.
It's a shame that there aren't any here. That there aren't any quests here that have that thing that I wanna hunt. So now I guess the only thing for it is to do this. Hang on. Okay. So as flare quests, I want to hunt this thing and make it investigations. I want one that only just started. So this one. Let's go. As I say, I think you'll get a kick out of this thing. Again, this is the one that ate somebody thinking it was something else because of how its senses work.
Commencing quest now. Are you
But
prepared?
there's a bit of a key detail that I left out.
A supply
Namely,
Useful.
well, a few details. Like how it moves, what it even looks like. Yeah, hi, there it is right there! Yeah, it's a new kind of monster. It's a cephalopod. But look at how it fights. Its general aesthetic. It's a clicker! It's a clicker that fights like a certain someone we both know when he's out of ideas. Oh, Last of Us. Clicker is a, like, iconic zombie thing from The Last of Us. I haven't either. And I didn't realize I had already put on the corrupted mantle, so I just wasted it. Oh well. Oh boy, I should heal. I'm gonna get stabbed. Whoa, okay, I didn't realize it would zero in on people like that. Oh yeah, and you can chop off most of its arms. Not the front two, but the back four, yes. Okay, I have not seen it use that attack before. I've actually hunted a few of these things. Wow, okay. Incidentally, this thing is blind. Which means it's immune to flash bombs. Whoa! Again! Haven't seen that. Not used to that attack. Never used that on me. Supposedly that mouth underneath it is the weak point, but I've never been able to hit it. There we go. Okay. It's dying. Someone broke the head. Nice. Ah, yeah! Got another tentacle on it. Alright, now I gotta remember to carve the severed arms. Goodies.
Good to have you.
They're probably gonna kill it before I get there. Let's see. Never mind. Come on. And it's dead.
This is a rare research opportunity.
Fun fact.
Can't let it go to waste.
That's not even the only cephalopod in this game. Like, they had an entire new, like, monster, I guess, genus would be the word. And they haven't done that in multiple generations. Well, aside from a couple, like, one-off things, like the Relict, the Leshen. But that was from the Witcher call-out. That's not really, like, official Capcom, you know. All right. Anything new? No. Get mogged.
I heard from the others.
Oh yeah. Do they have the Fire Spring Festival stuff? They don't.
Everyone in the village said they can help too.
Oh, a new thing. Okay. So then, yeah, this is me setting the villagers to gather stuff for me. As thanks for protecting them from everything. Oh, I guess the weather here isn't conducive to gathering anything right now. That can happen sometimes. Okay. Mandragoras are valuable. Or at least they will be, probably, in future updates. Okay, and I'll send them after honey. You can never have too much honey. Honey's what you use to make healing items. The good healing items. Bomb berries and nitro shrooms. Bomb berries. In case I ever want to harken back to my old Spamton days, I'm gonna need bomb berries for cluster bombs.
Somebody wants to make a trade.
Oh, I need this stuff. Cool. How many Bulakchi shells do I even need? Okay, and I don't need any of those things, so I'll hold off. Okay. Oh, that sounded eerie. That noise just now. I'm trying to remember what makes that noise, and I can't. Ooh. Yeah, but I already have a whole bunch of Guardian blood. Why would I do that? Let's see. Vespoid, Silled Garlic. Okay. Fiber gems. Okay, whatever.
Goodbye.
Something happened here. Oh, it's just them. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no language filter on the chat as it is now in those stamps. So, people are saying all sorts of crazy things.
Mew. Never hunt on an empty stomach.
Unfortunately. Let's see, Ice Shark Glyphs is still like that. I'm gonna see if in this oil well basin there is not. Okay. So,
Yes.
to end off the stream tonight, I am going to track down. Fair enough. Actually, can you? I hate to ask this. Have not slept well. I'm not going to hold you here for the whole hunt. I just want you to see what this is. I promise. Let's see. I'll just get there. You can see it moving around. That is all that I ask. Failing that, I could just send you a screenshot, but just a proposition. After this, I shall be going to bed as well. So. Okay.
Let's have another.
Oh, good. It's nice and close to here. Good, good, good. Let's grab this.
Hope you find something useful.
Why is it taking me all this way? Okay. Okay, no, this should be fine. Good. Okay, yeah, it's just down here. This is it here. This is the Black Flame New Udra. It's on fire! And it's got some pretty awesome music. Yes, King Caliente if you prefer. And with this one, unlike with Shewu, this one you can cut off all 6 of its arms. But yeah, this one is less. This one's more slow and powerful rather than fast and agile. Anyways, yes, I know what King Caliente is. I've played Mario Galaxy. Yes. Although the Caliente in that name is spelled with a K, if I remember correctly. Anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted you to see. If you gotta go to bed, then yeah. Thanks for sticking around for that extra minute. Sleep well, sleep well, comrade. Thanks for watching. Okay, I have no idea what you just did. Honestly, for everybody else watching, the first time I hunted this thing, I had a rough time trying to figure out how it was moving around, but now, the cephalopods, just in general, are one of the highlights of this game for this installment for me. Just so much fun, so satisfying.
Got your eye? See you later. What do you think we'll find? Researching endemic life is part of a hunter's duty, you know? A potential target is appearing. Check your map when you're ready.
Thinks it. Oh no. Thinks it. It's a zombie.
Take a look at these ruins. Perhaps they received a
My
story.
actual first reaction. Oh. Thinks it.
This must be how the wind feels.
So, this thinks.
I gathered some materials too. Check your field pouch. My whiskers are awfully sensitive. I can't help but want to touch them, but I'll refrain.
Oh, right. I forgot to. I don't know why. I forgot to, like, okay. I'm just coming out here to see if I can catch a. For a moment, I forgot I hadn't ended the stream. I was just coming out here to see if I could find one last spear tuna, because there is a special greatsword in this game that you can only make using parts from essentially swordfish that you fish up out here. It is called the freezer spear tuna, and it's literally just a giant frozen fish that you swing around. It's a great sword, and it's fantastic, and it's pretty much tradition for me. Anytime there is a Monster Hunter game that has that weapon in it, I need it. And it turns out in this game, in order to get the fully upgraded version, you need to catch 6 spear tuna. So far, I have caught 5. I need 1 more. probably should be going to bed though. I've been staying up way too late the past several nights. So I'll just sign off here. Grab the spear tuna on my own time. There. Thank you for watching, comrades. I'll try to return to my I'll try to return to my old schedule of streaming. It's just, as I said, for the reasons that I brought up at the start of this stream, it's I got some cleaning up to do. Oh boy. But we shall rebuild, comrades. We shall. Until then, don't forget to join the Discord for things like free games, updates on my schedule, that sort of thing, votes on what I stream. We will be finishing the Undertale Yellow playthrough, but I'm not too sure about some of the other trimmings that I had added to that, again, for the reasons that I mentioned before. Yeah. But oh man, yeah, I'm about to crash here. All right, don't forget to follow, subscribe if you haven't, and have a good night. I hope to see you Saturday. Until then.